Alright, welcome back everybody. We are on the Rift and ready to go. We have the warding trinkets across the board for everybody, so no sweeper starts this time. And we actually have the Void Reavers on the blue side, like the first game, making an early jungle invade, much like we saw in the second game. But this time they're moving towards the top, and they could be running into each other right about now. So they haven't been seen yet, and they have positioned themselves in a good spot for a red steal. 3 wards down on the blue side, or on the bottom side. Rengar is going to get spotted out. He's the only one seen so far, so they're going to know at least he's there, but not any other information. The other 4 members weren't seen yet.
Minions have spawned.
Ping's going down. It looks like Rengar's going to go ahead and start on his own red buff, which is a good choice. I think trying to invade the red alone, especially when you have it warded, not a good idea.
Buffs going over to their respected junglers. It'll be a race to see who can maybe get the top lane first.
A little binding and a quick Q. A little bit of harass, nothing too crazy. A little bit of friendly taunting down in the bot lane. And Annie putting down a little bit of early pressure with that stun combo. The RODC Jackson is starting to push up the lane a little bit. Big problem is going to be when that Malphite starts to get a little bit too much, and when he starts to run into mana issues.
Yeah, we all know Malphite does have a little bit of mana issues up in the top lane because most of them like to use your abilities to farm a little bit, but
yeah, it's really hard for Malphite to CS under turret. Sivori taking quite a bit of damage down in the bot lane. Gotta be careful, look out for any bindings that might come through. Other than that, Orianna looking a little bit low in the top lane. Renekton going through, getting a little bonus damage put down, and honestly, like, there's not very much return damage right there.
but the body lands bot lane, a lot of damage. She flashes but turns around down there.
A flash to get away, you don't want those stacks to explode on you.
Yeah, Malphite getting pretty low, getting bullied out top lane. Has that teleport, won't be afraid to go back when he needs more pots to just to teleport back. Shouldn't miss too much farm when he does that here.
Well, he does a crystalline flask, so he should be alright. Watch him CS a little bit. Missed a couple there, but hey, that's alright. It's difficult, man. We got those brutal strikes. Splits AoE across to everybody.
Yeah,
And a little bit more poke in the mid lane.
Yeah, Pitt's using that Annie like we've always seen him do, just poking out the other mid laner. Stunning him on command.
Barrett's really having a good time down here. Definitely one of his more comfortable AD carries. You can just see in the way that he's conducting himself in the bot lane. Definitely very comfortable. Nice little hit there. And Kiharu taking a little bit extra poke. Down 2 potions, but still doing alright.
Yeah, Barney lands bot lane now, so here comes a lot of poke, as we saw. Varus and Morgana can put out a lot of damage, but luckily the Nami's able to save him for a little bit, and at least he's going to come in here for a gank. Oh, here's your mind. Wait, maybe?
She's back and forth. I mean, it's not warded. She could make a gank, although the problem is that are they going to die from this gank? Because now Sivori going to go take it down. Heal and exhaust comes through. First blood goes over to Morgana. Now they're going to try and back away. Red buff stopping Rafflecopter from being slowed. He wasn't able to get the repel just in time. A nice binding before the Spiderlings landed. Just a second longer, it would have hit a Spiderling, and it probably could have continued that chase.
Yeah, maybe Morgana was looking at it. A little out of place there, but excellent binding puts you in excellent position. So
First blood goes over to Void Reavers, and like what happened in the first game, bot lane's starting to get ahead. He's already about 10 CS up as well.
and Void Reaver's getting
Maybe
an
it's-
advantage off
yeah.
of a Grand Theft Auto gank. So
Yeah, especially, no kidding, right? Like, you gotta be a little bit worried that Grand Theft Auto might start to hesitate and revert back to how they played in the first game, be a little bit nervous.
yeah, this golem's doing a lot of damage to.
All right,
to
Rengar. Oh, you
wrong one.
spiked the wrong one, but he gets a little bit of a heal. He'll be able to live through this one. A quick salute to the almost death. Saint Fishes, please. Meanwhile, in the top lane, a little bit of a CS lead in for Renekton, and he's already picked up Chain Vest.
Yeah, not a surprise. He'll probably build a lot of armor here.
No, not at all. Some good damage onto Lucian. Those bindings, really got to hand it to Justin. He's been on spot with those bindings. On the top lane, a little bit of brawling going on. These brawls definitely favor only Jaximus, unless he gets hit by a turret, of course. Because he can just lifesteal that back with the Call of Meek.
Yep, definitely.
And CS Van staying kind of similar. Varus actually picked up a pickaxe, and coming through the bush, Nami's not going to be able to stop this in time. Tibbers comes down, the Ignite hits down. A good kill. Great roam.
Yeah, it was a good roam. They knew that pink ward was there. Bot lane must have let them know, like, yo, nothing's warded. So she was able to come in there and get a quick kill. Surprisingly on the Nami, Lucian was in a bind when Annie showed up there, so they could have maybe tried to kill Lucian.
Well, at least we got a single kill, and it's so important that when you make those roams from the mid lane that something actually happens,
Yeah, definitely.
Sure enough, Annie picks up a kill, and she's got a needlessly large rod.
Yeah, he favors that for
Needlessly
first
large.
item.
Yeah. That's the simple golden rule of mid lane. If you ever have enough money for a needlessly large rod, you just get one. It builds into everything. Yaru taking a little bit of damage underneath that turret. It's got to be a little bit careful. I mean, you do have unstoppable force, but your mana is very low. So if you pop your hardened shell and get hit underneath the turret, you're not going to be able to use your ultimate or anything else like that.
Yeah, I mean, just surviving up there in the top lane will be good.
Ringo
Void
again
Reavers.
with the very close to death. I mean, now he's healed up a little bit, but again, he's playing it so close in the jungle. Just almost dead every time I look over there. Meantime, Annie roaming up in the top lane. Perhaps to hold the lane against Renekton. I don't necessarily see a kill coming, but she is going to hold the lane and stop any damage coming through. Which works out fine because Orianna's not going to push mid lane, so stop the damage on the top turret. Nothing too bad.
Yeah, and Annie does have a lot of farm here too, beating your mid lane opponent. CS more in favor of Void Reavers, although top lane shows a different story. But
As always, I think Jaximus has been the lead in the CS in every game that we played today. Stacking up those blight marks in the bot lane. Rengar, level 7, full ferocity. Looks like he's going to probably try and make a gank. There are no wards in the bushes except for the one right there. If you count that one, there's a ward there. In the mid lane, a little bit of damage going down. Nothing too much. A pink ward is down. Been spotted out. Rengar is stealthed in the bush right here. But there's not... Oh, wait, he's not stealth, is he? Yes, he is stealth. Alright, the double ultimates come in. The Rengar jumps onto CeeLo. He is going to go down. Varus picks up the kill. A good tower dive. Very safe. Interesting that they didn't react to that sooner as they had that ward there.
yeah, they did have the ward there, so they knew it was coming. Elise didn't make the way down, but
No, she's up in the top lane. She's trying to look for some counter jungling, but the blue buff isn't going to be there for another 2 minutes. Even not knowing the timer at spawn, it wouldn't be there for another 2 minutes. So she's going to take a couple things. They'll easily trade Traken and a bottom turret for the white camp. Okay, somebody finished the dragon. All right, there we go.
Yeah, and the bot turret too.
So
Someone needs to finish it up.
3-0, about a 3,000 gold lead in favor of Void Reavers, and off to a great start. Alright, Malphite not looking too good. Gonna use the Unstoppable Force to flash away to get out of here. A flash followed by only Jaximus. He's gonna take that down. A good dive in the top lane as well.
And Annie walks into the bush, finds the pink ward.
There you go. Pink ward's down. That wasn't even us. That wasn't even 3 minutes.
Nope.
All right, Rengar. I'm not really sure what he's doing over there. The Cohen's gonna pick him up there really easy, just kind of overextended with no health. And I mean, he's been around the jungle with no health, and
Purple team's turret.
a little bit risky if you ask me. Morgana sitting on a ward. She was sitting on a ward, but the binding still lands. The ultimate comes out. Varus doesn't have any mana. Like, this is so dangerous to pursue this any further. And Morgana doesn't have soul shackles either. They just picked a fight that there was no way they were gonna win.
Teleport coming in. We'll see what
TP
happens.
coming
with
in.
this
They're gonna
gang.
try and engage. The shockwave does hit onto Malphite, but that's about the only thing that's gonna come out of that fight. I think you need to turn around the immediate second you see that ultimate or that teleport come in.
Definitely. This is gonna possibly be able to get mid tower off this. Oh no, Jaximus did roam down, which is good on his part.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to clear out that mid lane really easily. And he's actually gonna go on the aggressive, and he not doing much to help kite it out.
Yeah, no, they don't have their ultimates. She didn't have her stun, so
Rengar in the mid lane, only level 7 versus the level 10 Renekton. And Renekton under the turret just doing so much damage. He actually heals up a good use of his passive. Oh,
Yeah.
and we see the Varus ult just swing on by. Another ultimate miss. That's a hard ult to hit. Varus, I think, is the highest, the most missed ults out of all the 80 carries. But that Rengar play was really, really close. Jaximus considered he had it. Didn't foresee the full ferocity heal coming in.
yeah, definitely. I mean, he didn't have Ignite available because from the last fight. But Rengar was able to get out of that one, luckily, with his life.
Binding not enough distance. It was on
Flash
the right
King is
target.
waiting here, though.
Flash can kind of come in. He lands the stun onto Morgana. Varus charging up the Q. Look at the damage onto Nami. One kill goes down. He's going to flash forward. Has the attack speed. Picks up one kill. The
Oh
the
my God.
bolt didn't go through. Just barely not
Less than
enough
10
damage.
health.
Less than 10 HP. Here we go. Flash King comes back through, but a Q point blank in the face will pick up a double kill. And you know, that's the second time that they have had a 3v2 in the bot lane and come out ahead on it.
Yeah,
In the
definitely.
meanwhile, in the mid lane, Orianna getting just blown up by the Malphite ultimate plus Tibbers. There's no room for counterplay against that.
Yeah,
Just not at
that's-
all.
That's a pretty good lock up there with tons of damage, so.
Yeah, tons of damage. There we go. Good job. Tibbers tanking up the turret, saving that siege minion for a couple extra hits. Renekton shows up mid lane. He's actually going to go full aggressive. He'll pick up the kill on Annie, and he's probably going to be able to pick up the kill on Malphite unless somebody else comes to intervene.
Yeah, Malphite should be able to actually walk away, yeah.
Renekton actually picked up Moby Boots so that he could get around and start making some more plays because this Malphite is out roaming him.
Well, he favors Moby Boots. He doesn't like to take the teleport. He likes to Ignite for kill potential. And then he picks up Moby Boots, that way he can just roam around.
Well, we do see in the bot lane a little blue steel. Morgana picks it up, and they are pinging out only Jaximus. He doesn't have his ultimate, and he is in the middle of a lot of people. Binding misses.
Yeah, the chase is on. Rengar's coming in stealth.
Now it's a chase. Here we go. Jump on the double dash through the first. What a good play, man. Just watching that. I mean, he picks up a kill out of this situation. He saw Lucian coming back when he put that ward down, turns back around and picks up a kill, or sorry, Varus rather. It's just something you gotta be careful of. I mean, you can't ever let your guard down. You know,
Yeah, definitely. He's
he
doing a lot of
stays
damage.
calm under these situations, and that's always something you gotta keep in mind.
Yep. And he's sticking with his usual build even on Renekton.
But of course, always build straight damage if you want to carry. 3-1 Renekton, 168 farm. Definitely got to be careful. He's starting to get to a point where he could easily walk away with this game. Raid boss are a terrifying thing. And you roam down to the bot lane, hold the turret. Now, the good thing that they have about this is that, yes, Renekton is very tanky, but Varus does a lot of mixed damage and a lot of percent health damage, and they've got enough crowd control to keep him down for days. So if he does get to that point where he's standing up at the front of the line, they do have the ability to shred his health very easily.
Yeah, which is the negative part about dealing all that damage, especially when you're a jump in champion like Renekton, is if they focus you as soon as you jump in, you might end up losing your life.
And up in the top lane, we see them getting into another little brawl. Of course, right now, Kiharu's gonna take the less end of that brawl. Doesn't have very much tankiness yet, but she's getting there. And in comparison to the other lanes, actually pretty tanky.
Yeah, definitely. I think the Renekton's the only one giving the Malphite problem right now.
Yeah, of course, that'll be a lot harder later on. Morgana has some blue buff. Varus ultimate comes through, the binding comes through. That's going to take off at least half the damage. A good spell shield to stop the Nami ultimate. The exhaust comes through on Lucian, trying to pick which one does she want to exhaust. Oh, Flash King actually falls back down immediately. So the second half of the binding does hit. Orianna is here. Rengar and Annie are following close in pursuit, but Renekton has roamed down as well, maybe to push on the mid turret.
Yeah, well, Dragon is up, so they're just probably going to focus.
And there's no way they can contest it. I mean, the bot lane has no mana and no summoner spells, or no ultimates besides the culling.
Yeah,
Like, there's
Malphite
no way you
has
can fight
CP too,
that.
so Malphite is available if they do need it. If not, he's going to just keep pushing that top.
Well, Dragon goes over to Void Reavers, and a 6,000 gold. Oh gosh, does it feel so close. Comes in with the Orianna Shockwave, a 3-person Shockwave, excellently done. Rengar flashes out, jumps back in, managing that very well. Here comes the Malphite ultimate, turns back around, and what it was a really good engage, ends up as a 2v2, or 2 for 2.
Yeah, 2 for 2. It's an alright trade, but they
good
also
trade
got
to
the
come back with
Dragon.
something, yeah.
But in a sense, they saved the top tower too, so.
Yeah, absolutely. You stop the pressure in the top lane, you get another kill under the Renekton. Orianna, the Shockwave. Now, interestingly, she built a Abyssal Scepter, which is a very uncommon item for Orianna, considering how back she needs to play and how she has to manage the ball. So, feels like that extra magic resist will really benefit her.
Yeah, definitely.
That'll definitely make her less of a target for Annie, for sure. But I mean, you still have Lucian and Nami. And I don't know what mid laner doesn't love to go after supports.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can just take out a support. Just take them out of the game. I mean,
With a QE almost at this
it's not
point.
like the support does a lot of damage, but they'll be just locking up your team, so.
Rengar also picked up his Tiamat as well, so that's going to be a large damage spike for him. 2-1 and 2, 92 CS. Doing a little bit better than Elise this game. Just he's been there to help find some ganks as well as do some dragons.
Yeah.
Oh, the binding lands onto Meblue. She's going to get blown up. What were we saying about supports? I think that they were tasty meat, right?
Yeah, definitely. Sushi is
Yeah.
what's for dinner.
Sushi's what's for dinner. Actually, wouldn't it be more of like a fillet, a grilled?
Yeah.
And he's got a little bit of fire on there, like it blackened. Well, and he didn't even have to use Tibbers for that. Like I said, the Morgana. Oh, good job. Actually, Malphite stops the back from Holy Jaximus. The ult comes through. They're gonna just go siege down the turret here, taking a couple extra turret shots. But because he stopped the back and he continues to stop the back up in the top lane, they're just trying to press this advantage.
Yeah, but he needs to be careful though, not to start a.
Oh,
A real
Kiharu's actually fairly tanky now, and he's just kind of delaying. He keeps delaying Oli Jaximus, and that keeping your front line away from your team for so long is exactly what he needs to do right now.
Yeah,
If he can keep containing him up in the top lane, he'll be no factor.
yeah, but teleport's not available right now, so even if you send Renekton down to the rest of the fight, he won't be able to join. So.
Yep, the turret's already gone, so now that's just wasted time. A good little play. Void Reavers look like they've got better rotations and are a little bit more in control of the game.
Oh, another.
Oh,
binding
another good
here.
binding comes through. Ultimate's gonna come down if she starts to walk away, but nope, I don't think so. 5-2-3. Varus picking up another kill. And in the top lane, a brawl between the bruisers. Not very much damage going down just yet. And actually looks like Jaximus is somewhat losing the trade. Rengar coming in stealth. He knows it's there though. He's gonna try and juke back between the two bushes. Malphite has the unstoppable force, goes down here. Gonna try and turn onto Wood Elk. Can he get the damage down?
Yep.
One more tick of Ignite and a shutdown. Goes over to Renekton. A
Another
binding
binding.
through the minions. Unbelievable. But they decide not to follow up as Elise is finally there.
Yeah, but Andy's coming in though. Tibbers is
He's gonna
ready.
walk over a ward. Another binding.
They know it hit, so they don't want to check it, see who it was.
And this wall of wards definitely separates them. They're pinging it out. They know which way Annie's moving. A little bit of damage, but not too much on the top layer. How have I been saying Kiaru's name?
No, they're just saying AKA carry you.
Carry you? I wonder, maybe that's actually how it's pronounced. I don't know.
No one said anything yet.
Yeah, nobody told me anything. Kiaru? I guess that's just because I watch too much anime. I expect it to be like a Japanese pronunciation. Kiaru. I think it sounds pretty good. Whatever. Moving on. Let's call her Malphite. Binding doesn't miss. I was hoping for 3 for 3. Well, it looks like they're
10 for 10.
10 for 10, yeah. Focus is in the bot lane, but it's a 3v2. Rengar up in the top lane now. They have vision on him. Varus putting some damage onto Nami. She's getting a little bit low. Malphite in the 2v1. Another binding lands.
Yeah, we gotta
They're
be
not going to
careful
follow
that
through
Jax
here.
is here this time.
Yeah, Jacksmith is going to get the extra damage down. He's just going to be able to walk away from that one. Varus ultimate doesn't follow through, so they're going to have to get away. They're putting a little bit of damage onto Jacksmith. Actually, that's a lot of damage onto Jacksmith. He doesn't have any tanky items, so that extra health from a Black Cleaver just melts immediately. And look at Annie. One more Q is going to take her out. Take him out.
Killing spree.
Varus takes down Orion in the mid lane, and we're just slowly running away. A good job. Flash King trying. Whoa, Malphite flashes over the wall, and a nice Q. Look at that from Varus right across the two of them. He pops the heal. Flash.
Oh, the cocoon's gonna stop.
Yeah,
that
the cocoon stops the advance, but
From bot tower and top
Rengar's
tower.
still in the top lane. Look at this. He's still pushing in the top lane. That was a 4 for 2. 4 for 2, or no. 0 for 3.
No, Morgana.
Morgana died, so 1 for 3. 1 for 3 plus 2 turrets. And we're at a 12,000 gold lead for Void Reavers. It looks like this might be one of those points in the game where it's starting to snowball out of control.
Yep, that's gonna be another dragon picked up. Void Reavers were very good picking up dragon.
They don't like to finish the dragon off. That's the second time they've left it. Just everybody walks away at like
Because
one health.
Rengar's not there to smite
Yeah,
it.
I know, right? Everyone's like, all right, it's in smite range. Rengar. Rengar? Oh, he's mid lane still? Oh, somebody should finish that. So we just were talking about how we need some extra steals. Like, the potential's there, Brand Theft. Come on, guys. You gotta get some ultimates. Get some global ultimates so you can steal away the dragons. But 18-7. What's that?
Well, they banned the Lux, so the Lux can't snipe.
Yeah, Lux can't snipe. Hey, Ezreal was open, and they didn't pick up. Jinx this game either. I'm surprised we haven't seen any Karthuses. There was actually a Karthus in the semifinals match,
Yeah.
or the third place match, which I heard that was like a 55 or 57 minute game.
Yeah, it was a long game.
That was an intense game, and they're in the middle of their game 2 right now, I believe.
Yep.
But we are focused on the finals as is. We'll see what we can do. Lucien had finished his Blade of the Ruined King, so he's looking for those extra auto attacks, you know, and I wonder if he's going to be able to get those down in time. I mean, it gives you a little bit of health back, but with the Deathfire Grasp and another needlessly large rod working
Yeah,
on...
they need to be careful here, though. They're going to come up behind them.
Alright, so they are getting pincered here, and they know this, they're getting pincered, so they're just going to kind of back away. Popsicle immediately goes over to Lucien. He's over on the side. He did get hit with Tibbers. Is he going to go down? Renekton's still not in the right position. Oriana's over on the side here, and they are not... Yes, there they go. He ends up picking up the Oriana Shockwave. Does hit 2 people. Morgana was binded through it. Alright, and that's going to be a clean
Oh, it
ace.
was almost a
A
pentakill.
clean ace. Look at that. For Void Reavers. Unbelievable. and they're probably going to push this to the Nexus.
If not this push, maybe the next, but
22-8 on the, gosh, what a good, you know, the settings for a pincer move was there, but it's so difficult to pull off a pincer move in League of Legends because you have to be angled and so perfectly organized from so many different ways. And we can see against a Malphite who's got such a quick engage, things like this happen. That ward right there, this ward ruined that entire plan. And we had a Lucian standing right here. Malphite just immediately ults over onto him. Tibbers follows over the wall, and all of a sudden you have Orianna and Renekton setting up a ball carrier system in mid lane.
nobody else
They're
is there.
completely separated by the entire terrain. They can't get to him. And we saw just how disjointed that fight was. I mean, the shockwave was put through, but they couldn't end up actually doing anything with it. So now, when in doubt, you have to go. You have to go for the Baron. So they're gonna go for Baron, and honestly, it looks like they're gonna be able to get this because there's no response at all. Okay. Teleport comes in. But Malphite, is he going to be able to stop this? He's going to have to go in 1v1. This might be... Oh, I don't know. Malphite doesn't have his ultimate up yet. Or yes, he does, but... And he doesn't have the mana for Tibbers. And a flash over. Unbelievable. In the back, Rengar is taking out Elise. He's going to take the Baron. That counts as a Baron steal. All right. We finally got one in the middle. Just a bunch of chaos going on. Malphite's still tanky. He was the first one in the fight. Renekton's going to dash over the wall, but right now... Oh, doesn't quite get another triple kill for Varus, doing absolutely insane this game. He is 15-2, and this surely has to be the game.
Yeah, they'll probably push up here and take it out. Very well played from Void Reapers, able to take whatever situation came at them and turn it into a victory.
Yeah, and the Malphite top, such a good pick. I mean, he was able to sustain. He only died one time. And here we go. The Nexus turret's going down. Super minions are there, stacking their buffs. And they're all just going to ignore Renekton and focus on the turret. Maybe not quite ignore him. They're going to take him down first. He does a little bit too much damage. And a last resistance? I don't know. Maybe they might be able to push him off the turret here. Well, not with Varus, just free auto attacking. Congratulations to Void Reavers, our champions. And a little bit of an extra bonus flare, double Nexus explosion. That happened last time, didn't it? All right, everyone. Well, thank you very much for joining us. I would like to congratulate Void Reapers for being the champions of the 2014 Summer Tournament.